Would you take a job that pays $300,000? Every single person, including me, would go, yes, yes, I would. I would love that job. What I'm trying to say is that everybody would happily accept a position that pays that amount of money because that is an absurd amount of money, especially if you're working for a government entity. The problem is, not all of us can get those jobs. We are trying all actively to make an amount of money that is somewhere close to that. It is a very difficult job to procure. If you're trying to make money, it's difficult to make up to $300,000. Apparently, though, it was possible for an illegal alien who was the superintendent of the Des Moines School District. You might have heard about this story already. Ian Roberts, of course a traditional African name, was making a ton of money that we all would envy, lying about his citizenship that, well, he's a citizen of this country and should definitely have this job. DEI much. I really want to play this clip from the Board of Education when they found out that he was in the country illegally, and there's something, is a new evolving part of this that is very, very interesting that I definitely want to highlight after this clip. Watch this.
DMPS reviewed Dr. Roberts' I-9, where he stated he was a U.S. citizen and provided two forms of ID, a driver's license and a social security card. And Denton Davis Brown determined the information submitted was consistent with his claim that he was a U.S. citizen. However, in the past 24 hours, the Iowa Board of Educational Examiners revoked Dr. Roberts' license, meaning he is not able to serve as a superintendent in our state. Yesterday afternoon, the Department of Homeland Security informed us that he is not eligible to work in the United States and therefore could not be employed in any fashion at DMPS.
Okay, so not only is he in the country illegally, he's not authorized to work in this country. There's also something interesting that they said there. Dr. Ian Roberts. Well, he doesn't have a doctorate either. Apparently, in his 2023, according to the Associated Press, 2023 application for the school district, he said, yeah, I have let me get this right, a doctorate in urban educational leadership from Morgan State University in 2007. Although the Morgan State University Registrar's Office said, yeah, he was enrolled here, he never actually received that degree. I mean, of course, if you're going to lie about your citizenship, your work status, why would you not just add? I can't believe he only put one doctorate on there. Put like 3 or 4. There's a guy, what's his name? Richard Rishi. He's a Young Turks guy who has clearly made up several doctorates. The guy's got like 9 doctorates. Go look him up. He's a terrible person on the Young Turks, but he just made up a bunch of doctorate degrees that he has. And that's what this guy was doing. But the key point here is, if you remember, they said, well, he provided a social security card and a driver's license. Yeah, that's the problem with a bunch of these lib states. They just give you a social security card even if you're not a citizen. They just give you a driver's license even if you're not a citizen. So providing those two things is in no way proof that 1, you're eligible to work here, and 2, you're a freaking US citizen. Now, of course, you may be thinking, as I am, if you can secure a $300,000 a year job, there's no way that illegals aren't also voting. If illegals can secure a job with a salary that every single person in this country would envy, unless you're, unbelievably rich. That's not the people I'm talking about. I'm just talking about normal, everyday people. Me and you. If you can secure a $300,000 a year job as an illegal, there's no way the illegals aren't voting, which is the case for Ian Roberts. Again, a traditional African name. The illegal immigrant from Guyana was apparently also receiving mail-in ballots since 2020 from Maryland. So there you have it. The folks that say elections are safe and secure and there's no way illegals can even vote with the system that we have are a bunch of liars who are full of bodily excrement that I'm not allowed to say on TV. So there's that. We will keep you posted on anything that comes from this story. Harmeet Dillon, friend of the show, by the way, said that they are going to investigate DEI practices because he did check all the boxes. Black illegal immigrant with a fake doctorate. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and hire that guy. That's let's not look at the merit at all. Let's just go ahead and hire him because it checks a box and meets our quota.